So this is a really, 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 really bad look for Aliyah Boston here. It is not good in any way. And again, I like Aliyah Boston. You're not going to be seeing me jump in on the narratives that she's sabotaging Caitlyn or anything. I'm just not going to do that. I'm 99% sure that's not true. But, big but here. This is ammo for the people that do believe that. And for me, this would be an issue if any player and any other team did this. If you are a player in the Aces, you do not say that anyone's better than AJ. If you are a player on the if you're a player on the Liberty, you should not. Stewie's the best player in the world. Fuck it. If you're a player on the Tempo, Marina Mabry is the MVP. But Aliyah Boston never directly said this. I'm not going to play the clip, but this was Candice Parker listing off her top 4 for MVP. But Aliyah didn't clap back. At no stage did Aliyah put in Caitlyn's name. At no stage did Aliyah do that. And we heard today, obviously, Kelsey Mitchell is the MVP. And look, that does nothing. But you got a lot of NBA people. You have got a lot of NBA people that are like, this is a really bad look for Aliyah Boston. They're like, imagine if Klay Thompson said KD's the MVP or Curry's the MVP when they were on the same team. That is like, you simply don't do that when you've got 2 MVP candidates. You don't do that at the time. Not as a teammate. You don't pick one or the other. But whatever problem it is with that, you're at least then, you can always look at that as, oh, she's just trying to hype up Kelsey Mitchell. She's just trying to hype up Kelsey. But this one is egregious. No Fever player should ever be allowed to say Paige Bueckers is better than Caitlin Clark. Because if a Dallas Wings player, I'm not even a Dallas Wings fan, but if Isaiah James comes out and says Caitlin Clark is better than Paige Bueckers, or Caitlin Clark's the best guard in this league, trade her tomorrow. I'm sorry, these tippity top tier guards, you don't say that. You don't entertain Olivia Miles being better than Caitlin Clark if you are a member of the Fever. Because do you think A'ja Wilson would entertain saying anyone's better than Chelsea Gray, even when they're clearly better than Chelsea Gray? No. Do you think A'ja Wilson would entertain someone saying they're better than Jackie Young? Anyone's better than Jackie Young? Even though, in fairness, A'ja Wilson has 3 points today, Jackie Young is 18. So sometimes Jackie Young is just the damn best. But it's one of those things where, no, they wouldn't. Do you think Stewie would come out there and say Sabrina is better than Caitlin? No. Not publicly. Look, players are allowed to believe whatever they want. They are. No one's going to question anything. They are allowed to believe whatever they want. You don't publicly say any of that stuff. Because I don't think it affects Caitlin. I think Caitlin's fairly secure in the type of player she is. I think she's fairly secure in her teammates. I think they're fairly secure with each other. The problem is that this type of stuff can't be out there. And then the Fever players complain about the online discourse. You can't start the fire, jump in the fire, and then complain about getting burnt. This is objectively a bad look. No question about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a horrible look. It is a horrible look not fighting back on Paige Bueckers, who's clearly been. Even the Paige fans are getting pissed off at her recently. Even the Paige, remember there were times early on in the year, the first game, everyone's, geez, what's wrong with Caitlin? Was there something wrong with her here? There were a couple of games where people were like, Caitlin okay? Is she okay? The effort and aggression doesn't seem to be there. Paige fans are like, what happened to Paige? What's wrong with her? What happened at All-Star Weekend? because she just doesn't look like the same human. She had a great second half yesterday, but she had a 0 point first half. And she did have a better second half, and I'm happy for her. But, like, she had a 0 point first half. They nearly lost to a team who have lost 10 straight. Like, the Tempo have lost 10 games in a row. And Kiki Rice got hurt in crunch time. And half the team is out injured. And they almost lost that team. Albeit, half the Wings team is out injured. And, geez, the Wings are really down bad against the Fever. Like, the Fever really should comfortably beat this Wings team. Like, when you've got probably Alicia Clark starting. Maybe Odyssey Sims starting. A whack. Like, yeah, it's not... Your best bench player might be Alicia Clark. It's not a good lineup. But, yeah, look. Honestly, this doesn't help Aliyah Boston with the whole section of fan base think Aliyah's trying to Aliyah's been a disappointment this season. I think she has been, because she was coming into the season with people saying that she was going to be an MVP. She's not an all WNBA team member. She's been probably the 13, 14 best player, albeit she has Age's number. I'll give her that. But yeah, confused and disheartened. Aliyah chooses Paige over Caitlin. What's going on, Aliyah? She doesn't even mention Caitlin Clark as an MVP candidate. Yeah. And this is the scary thing, where it's like, this is the scariest thing about all this, is that when it comes down to it, there is the prevailing narrative that Caitlin's teammates and her coach and her organization are basically out there to sabotage her. And when she is having what is, in my opinion, the greatest point guard season of all time, or at least the second greatest, if you want to think Miles is the greatest. But a point guard has never won. Would you consider Cynthia Cooper a point guard? Either way, if Cynthia Cooper is a point guard, it's Cooper. But like, outside the Cynthia Cooper years, these are the two greatest point guard seasons ever. Where Olivia Miles and Caitlin Clark this season, whatever way you want to put them. To not have the player your teammate is as a mention in the MVP race, it doesn't look good. It doesn't. It's like, could you imagine if the I don't even know, like, has there ever been two players in an MVP race on a team? It would be like, I don't know, Dwayne Wade or LeBron James in 2011, and you're wearing Dwayne Wade. You're hyping up Dwayne Wade. It's like, it's harder in the NBA because there's more teams. Like, you don't have to pick one or the other. And I think the worst part about this is that Candace is the one who said the names. Aliyah didn't fight back. So people are going to look at this as, not only did she pick Kelsey over Caitlin, she picked Olivia Miles and Paige Bueckers over Caitlin, who, in my opinion, I think it's very difficult to argue that Paige Bueckers is better than Caitlin Clark this season. It is extremely difficult to argue that. I think Olivia Miles has a better argument to have had a better season than Caitlin. But I think if you remember the Indiana Fever, that's not something you should consider. Especially because if you believe Olivia Miles has been better than Caitlin Clark, there's literally no argument that Kelsey Mitchell's above Olivia Miles then. There's no criteria where you can have Olivia Miles above Caitlin Clark, but also Kelsey Mitchell above Olivia Miles. But yeah, not a good sign. Not a good sign, Leah.